I love watching people's unpopular opinions and like negative reviews and all that stuff, and so I thought today I would talk about the books that I was mostly disappointed with in 2017. I'm not sure how I'm going to structure this because I do DNF a lot of books and I don't know if I should mention them, but I think I'm going to I don't know, I'm just gonna mention them, okay? So in no particular order, I DNF'd Burn Baby Burn by Meg Medina. I also DNF'd Thanks for the Trouble by Tommy Wallach. The Bear and the Nightingale, which was kind of so sad because I was looking forward to that book, but that book is by Catherine Arden. Next, I DNF'd Anna and the Swallow Man by Gabrielle Zavit or something. I'm sure I pronounced that wrong. I also DNF'd It by Stephen King. I think I'm just giving up on Stephen King at this point. So those were the books that I DNF'd in the year, and now let's move on to the books that I did finish but I was very disappointed with. The first book shit, is that rain? I literally just spent half an hour in the rain trying to get all of my washing off the line, and then I come upstairs and it stopped raining. Anyway, disappointing books. The first book I want to mention is a non-fiction titled Control-Alt-Delete by Emma Gannon. I gave that book a 1 star. I was hoping to hear a funny kind of memoir, autobiographical type thing on audio, and everything about it just bored me. Next book that disappointed me is the sequel to the Written in Red Others series by Anne Bishop. I really enjoyed the first one because I thought it was a solid urban fantasy type series, and I thought I was going to really enjoy it because the world was super unique. But then I read the second one and it just didn't live up to the first one and I did not enjoy it. I gave that book a, what did I give it? A 1 star again. The third book I have on the list is another sequel. I think I'm just not good with sequels, but this is A Gathering of Shadows, which is the sequel to A Darker Shade of Magic. I really thought that I would enjoy this series because I really enjoyed the first one. I really liked the magic system, I really liked the world, and as you all know, I really like V.E. Schwab as a writer. I think she's one of the only fantasy writers that I really enjoy. But this one was super boring, to be completely honest. This one felt like a middle book syndrome. Is that what the term is? The next book is supposed to be another sequel, but I accidentally picked up the first one. But the sequel to A Great and Terrible Beauty, which is titled Rebel Angels, I think, by Libba Bray. Again, I really like this first book. I really like the magic system. I really like the characters and the world, and it's historical fiction. I really enjoy historical fiction, but the second book fell into that category of nothing happening until the very end to build up to the third book, and I don't enjoy that in sequels. Oh, I forgot to give you guys the rating for those two books. So A Gathering of Shadows I gave 2 stars, and Rebel Angels I gave 2 stars as well. The next book that I was super disappointed in is We Have Always Lived in the Castle by Shirley Jackson. I read this book around October because everyone kept saying to me that it was creepy and it's super good and the writing is great and blah 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 blah. So I picked it up and it didn't live up to my expectation. It wasn't as creepy as I thought it would be. I did like the main character and I kind of knew where the story was going, but I didn't mind because I was excited to go there, but then it didn't go there as far as I wanted it to, if that makes sense. So yeah, what did I give it? 2 stars. And the last book that really disappointed me, I'm probably gonna get so much hate for, but it's A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. This is everyone's like beloved book and everyone says it's so sad and it's so beautiful, and I agree, it is sad. It is really nicely written, and also I really like the topic that it sort of covered because it's a very dark topic, but it's written sort of not from the perspective of a young character, but to a young character, about a young character. So I tend to really like those kinds of books, but for this one I think it was just a matter of it's just been hyped to me so much that it didn't live up to its hype. I lied, I have the very last book that I want to mention, and technically I haven't finished this on Goodreads, but I'm kind of done with it. So I don't know if I'm gonna DNF it or I'm gonna like push through and skim a couple of pages and then like finish it that way. But it's Say Her Name by Juno Dawson. I was really looking forward to this book because it's sort of a take on the Bloody Mary myth that everyone knows, and it's supposed to be super cheesy 90s type horror. And I really like my horror movies a little bit cheesy because I think they're super fun. But this one just kind of went over the top on the cheesy. It wasn't so much cheesy as it was just cliche. And yeah, I'm super disappointed because I love the cover and I love the concept. But yeah, everything else just kind of fell flat for me. Anyway, those were the books that disappointed me this year. If you have any of similar thoughts to mine, leave them down below. If you want to mention some of your disappointing reads down below, you can do that too. And I hope you're having a great day, and I will see you soon.